How to detach so fast that it actually scares the living mess out of you. First, before we even get into the how, let me start with what not to do. Because a lot of y'all are stuck not because you don't want to let go, you know what I'm saying? But because you keep on feeding yourself the same poison over and over and over again. Don't sit there refreshing their Instagram page, stalking who they're with, you know what I'm saying? Checking who liked their picture. Stop it. Because every time you do that, you're bleeding your own wound open again. You got to remember this. You can't detach if you're still keeping them alive in your phone. Don't keep replaying the same highlight reels in your head, thinking about the laughs, the smiles, the trips, the I love yous, because that's selective memory, and that is a trap. See, you're not remembering the nights that you cried, the lies they told you, the times they didn't show up. You're remembering the fantasy, and fantasies will chain you longer than reality ever could. I promise you that. Don't beg somebody to recognize your worth, because begging kills self-respect. And every time you plead for their love, you're really telling yourself that you aren't enough. You are not enough. And that's a lie. That's a lie straight from the pits of hell. Don't run to temporary band-aids. You know what I'm saying? Random hookups, numbing yourself with alcohol and drowning yourself in smoke. Stop this stuff, because detachment can't be built on distractions. It has to be built on discipline. You can drink, you can party, you can escape, but when the music stops and you're laying in your bed at 3 a.m. staring at that ceiling, that wound is still gonna be there. I promise you that. Don't keep running back every time you feel lonely, because loneliness isn't a reason to settle. It's a season that you should actually be strengthening yourself. Every time you fold and go back, you restart your healing clock, and that's why it feels like you've been trying to detach for years, but you're still chained up. That's why. And lastly, don't lie to yourself saying you're over them. Stop this. You know deep down you're one text away from falling back in. You can't fake detachment. It's not about pretending you don't care. It's reaching a place where you actually don't care. Now, let's get into how to really detach so fast it actually shocks you. And I'm going to give you raw and tactical. Step 1, cut the access. Detachment starts with disconnection. If you leave that door cracked open, your heart will wander through it at 2 a.m. I promise you that. You gotta block their socials, delete their number, mute the playlist that reminded you of them. You know what I'm saying? These are the things that you have to do, because as long as you keep the option alive, you're going to keep relapsing. People say, but what if they reach out? What if they come back? Listen, if it's really love, if it's really God's plan, it will find its way back, regardless if you block them or not. But while you're healing, you need silence. You don't need signals. Cutting access is locking the liquor cabinet when you're trying to get sober. You know what I'm saying? You don't leave temptation sitting in front of you and then blame yourself when you drink it. Stop it. You gotta cut it all the way off. Step 2, face the withdrawals. And I call them withdrawals on purpose. You know what I'm saying? Because detachment feels like detox. You're going to shake. You're going to sweat. You're going to feel restless. You're going to feel like your chest is empty. That's your body and your spirit cleansing themselves of something that had been an addiction. That's normal. You got to understand that. Don't run from it. Don't mislabel it as, I still love them so much. No, you're detoxing from their energy, from their routine, from the chemicals your brain was used to. That's what's going on. And just like detox, it gets uglier before it gets better. But here's the truth. You can survive it. You survive the pain of being with them. You know what I'm saying? You can survive the pain of being without them. Withdrawals don't mean that you're weak. They mean that you're actually healing. So it's actually a good thing. And step 3, replace the habit. See, detachment isn't just removing a person. It's removing the routines attached to them. If you used to text them good morning every day, now wake up and write down 3 things that you're grateful for. Replace it. If you used to fall asleep on the phone with them, now fall asleep maybe listening to a sermon, an audiobook, or journaling your thoughts. If you used to call them when you were stressed, now call a friend who pours into you, see? Or hit the gym and, sweat it out, box it out. Because if you just leave a gap, your mind will crave to fill it. And 9 times out of 10, it'll pull you right back into them. Habits need replacements. You can't detach by leaving an empty space. You detach by building new rhythms that feel so good you don't even miss the old ones anymore. You know what I'm saying? Step 4, flood your environment with new energy. A lot of people don't heal because they stay in the same environments that remind them of what they were trying to escape. You keep going to the same coffee shop you used to meet them at. You know what I'm saying? You keep listening to that same playlist y'all had together. Stop this stuff. You keep driving down the same street where you dropped them off. Whatever the case may be, stop feeding the ghosts. Healing happens faster when you starve the memories of oxygen. Go to new places. Try new foods. Change the furniture around in your room. I don't care. Pick up a new hobby you never done before. This is how you get over it. Flood your environment with things that don't have the fingerprints attached to it. When your world starts to feel different, your heart will follow. Flood that environment with new things. And step 5, this one's a big one. You have to remind yourself daily on why you left. Emotions will lie to you. Emotions will make you miss people who broke you. Emotions will make you feel like you need the very poison that was killing you. That's why you need those receipts, see? Write down what they did. Write down how you felt. Write down the disrespect, the lies, the nights you cried. Keep a list of the reasons you had to walk away. This is the secret. And when your mind starts playing those tricks on you again, when you start replaying the good moments, pull out that list and read it. This is how to fight that selective memory that keeps people chained for years. Don't let your mind trick you into romanticizing your own destruction. Stop this stuff. Remind yourself of what they did. And step 6, level up in silence. There is nothing, and I promise you, there is nothing that detaches you faster than growth. When you start focusing on yourself, grinding, healing, building your body, your mind, your spirit, you start to rise into a version of yourself that doesn't even recognize the person who once settled for so little. You know what I'm saying? And when that glow up hits, when your peace gets louder than the pain, you won't even want them anymore. I promise you. You'll scare yourself at how quickly your feelings change. And the craziest part is they'll feel it too. They'll notice, I promise. They'll try to spin the block when they see you leveling up. But by then, you'll be so far gone that you'll look back and wonder why you even wanted them in the first place. That's kind of like what happened to me. And step 7, talk to yourself differently. The truth is words create your reality. If you keep telling yourself, I can't live without them, you're building a prison with your own mouth. If you keep saying, they complete me, you're agreeing with the lie that says you were broken before they came. If you keep saying, I need closure, you're giving them power that they don't deserve. Start saying, I was whole before them and I'm whole after them. Start saying, I don't need them to see my worth. I see it myself. Start saying, closure is my choice, not their gift. Speak life over yourself daily because the way you talk to yourself becomes the fuel that either drags you back or propels you forward. Now, let me be real with you. Detachment is scary, not because you're losing them, but because you're finding you. It's scary when you realize you can actually breathe without their approval. You know what I'm saying? It's scary when you wake up one morning and don't even feel the urge to check your phone for their name. It's scary when you see them out and instead of your heart start racing, you feel nothing but peace. That's the scary part. Realizing the love you thought would destroy you to lose was never really love. It was just attachment. And once you cut it free, you know what I'm saying? The freedom will shock you because for so long you thought you couldn't survive without them. And now you're smiling, you're glowing, you're healing, you're leveling up. And you'll scare yourself with how much you don't care anymore. And when you get there, you must You must remember this scripture, Isaiah 43 verses 18, my favorite one. Forget the former things. Do not dwell on the past. See, I am doing a new thing. Now it springs up. Do you not perceive it? God is literally telling you to let go. Stop replaying what's behind you because he's already setting up brand new in front of you. You know what I mean? That's the real detach, because what's ahead of you is way greater than whatever left behind. If you do these steps on what I just shared, I promise you, because this is what I did, you will see the acceleration and detaching from any situation. And that doesn't even have to be a person. It can be a thing, right? We detach from things. Now, in this, I was mainly talking about detaching from people, but we can detach. A lot of people don't think that you can detach. You can detach. You can let go. It's actually easier than you think. But you got to be willing to put forth the effort. If you are having a hard time letting go, you can check out my new ebook, Letting Go When God Says So. Link is in the description. I love you guys. It's detachment season. Detach from all the things that are keeping you from becoming your best, greatest person ever. Detach from it. Until next time, handle your business. Peace. I'll see you guys when I see you guys.